What's up, YouTube family? I've been online and I've been seeing some things about the U.S. embassies, the climate over there in Africa and also the Middle East. That's what this video is about. I have an article that I wanted to share with you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and upload it. Let me know what y'all think, and just let me know. Tune in, check it out.
Introduction: the whispers of change. In the quiet corridors of power, a subtle yet profound shift is underway. While the world's headlines often blare with immediate, the truly significant changes sometimes begin with a whisper, a subtle withdrawal, a recalibration of presence. As of mid-2025, an increasing number of U.S. embassies, particularly across the vibrant, complex landscapes of Africa and the Middle East, are either closing their doors or significantly scaling back operations. These aren't mere administrative adjustments. They are, many believe, the tangible signs of an impending seismic global realignment. For American citizens living, working, or even contemplating life abroad, these diplomatic contractions are not to be dismissed. They are urgent signals, demanding attention, understanding, and proactive response. This ebook delves into the meaning behind these closures, explores their specific manifestations in the Middle East and Africa, and outlines vital strategies for navigating this evolving global reality. Chapter 1: The Shifting Sands of Diplomacy. Diplomacy, at its core, is the art of presence. An embassy stands as a nation's tangible commitment to a region, a beacon of its interests, and a vital point of contact for its citizens. So when these beacons begin to dim, when doors close and staff depart, it is never arbitrary. These decisions are rooted in classified briefings, meticulous risk assessments, and an acute awareness of escalating geopolitical tensions. They are a discreet alarm, signaling imminent danger without triggering global panic. Imagine the delicate balance. How does a nation protect its people and assets without inciting widespread fear or tipping the scales into further instability? The answer often lies in these quiet withdrawals. Yet, this crucial information often remains out of the mainstream public eye. There's a prevailing sentiment that major news outlets, perhaps inadvertently or intentionally, downplay these events. The absence of widespread reporting on these closures creates a dangerous information vacuum, leaving many American citizens uninformed and unprepared for potential travel disruptions or the necessity of swift relocation. Understanding this dynamic is the first step towards
away sometime. Adios. Get away sometime. Ciao, ciao. Get away sometime. Adios. Traveling since I took a trip to Cartagena. Mark calendar of the day, put in my daily planner. Pick cousin up who resided in Savannah. 3.5 hour trip to Departure in Atlanta. Book United, how I go up in the friendly sky. Once economy, now first class the way I fly. Airplane.
Okay, what I got out of that chapter, those couple of sections, is I hear so much about people suggesting getting a dual citizenship. Also hear that there's a presence with our country throughout the world, which is true. It's been that way ever since World War II, of course. It's bases all over the place, so you really got to pick and choose. I know if you're in the military, you can't decide what you pick and choose, but if you're gonna do contract work, you definitely got to pick and choose where you decide to go to. In that Middle East and Africa, I don't think I would pick to work in that area right about now. I actually put in for some applications. I had some resumes made that way, but I will not be going that direction. Maybe it's a good thing they didn't contact me. I didn't get contacted for some positions over there for trucking and also warehouse. So they haven't contacted me, and I'm sure they won't be contacting me. So there you have it. I'm gonna stay out of that direction, and I'm gonna try to work on getting a dual citizenship just cause for future reference. And I suggest, ladies and gentlemen, that you do the same. No place is gonna be perfect, but I do want a second passport, and I do not want to go Middle East or Africa, anywhere near that Kuwait and Qatar. They got some good jobs over there. They pay well. But do you want to be in the middle of a bunch of madness? Not me. I'll continue on, ladies and gentlemen. I'll continue on. Thank you.
Chapter 2: The Middle East, a precarious landscape. The Middle East has long been a crucible of geopolitical forces, a region where ancient rivalries and modern ambitions collide. For decades, the presence of U.S. embassies here has been a given, a constant amidst the flux. Now, as the diplomatic footprint shrinks, the implications are particularly stark. Consider the ongoing conflicts, the shifting alliances, and the persistent threat of regional instability. When an embassy in a Middle Eastern nation reduces operations, it's often a direct response to a heightened threat assessment, whether from internal unrest, cross-border aggression, or the looming specter of larger regional conflicts. It suggests that the calculus of risk has fundamentally changed, making it increasingly difficult for diplomatic missions to operate safely and effectively. For American citizens residing in or traveling through this region, this translates into immediate practical challenges.
Okay, so that explains it all. I spoke earlier about being in the Middle East, Northern Africa, especially, I would say Northwest Africa, going towards, was it Libya and Yemen? And I don't think Kenya's a bad idea, but I think anything other than Kenya, to me, is not a good move. I wouldn't, I still like Kenya. I still will go to Kenya, but I don't care for Yemen. And they got some spot over there called Djibouti. It's like a military basing place. I got a buddy of mine, he works in Djibouti, drives trucks over there. It's a military base over there. It's a lot of little hubs over there for military operations, but no thank you, no thanks. I think I would try to do Kenya. If I did go to Northern Africa, I probably would consider Morocco. I think Morocco is maybe neutral, but I mean, I wouldn't mess with North Africa, no Egypt and Libya and all those kind of places. But teach his own, man. But you won't, I don't want to go work in Qatar and Kuwait right about now. No thanks.
Particularly those deeply integrated into local economies, facing significant hurdles in maintaining their livelihoods and ensuring their safety. Chapter 4, the ripple effect, what it means for American citizens abroad. The implications of these diplomatic shifts extend far beyond mere inconvenience. For American citizens abroad, they represent a significant recalibration of safety, access, and support. Restricted access to emergency services. The most immediate impact is on consular services. Renewing a passport, applying for an emergency visa, or receiving notarization services can become protracted, if not impossible, tasks when an embassy is closed or operating at a minimal capacity. In a crisis, this can literally mean the difference between getting home and being stranded. Delays or denials of consular protection. In situations of arrest, medical emergency, or natural disaster, consular protection is paramount. A reduced diplomatic presence means fewer staff to advocate on behalf of citizens, offer legal guidance, or facilitate emergency assistance. Loss of real-time intelligence. Embassies are vital conduits for intelligence gathering and analysis, providing up-to-date information on regional threats, political developments, and security advisories. When they pull back, this critical flow of information dwindles, leaving citizens without crucial insights into evolving risks. Financial and economic vulnerability. For those who live and work abroad, especially entrepreneurs and creatives, diplomatic stability underpins economic stability. Issues with payment reception, the ability to transfer funds, or even the viability of local businesses can arise if a region becomes economically isolated due to perceived instability. Financial maneuverability, particularly in relation to U.S. dollar-based income, can be severely impacted. The overarching lesson from historical events like the 2021 Afghanistan withdrawal is clear. When diplomatic missions begin to evacuate, the window for individual citizens to depart safely and without significant logistical hurdles shrinks rapidly. Those who wait until public warnings are explicit often face inflated travel costs, overcrowded transportation, and a chaotic high-risk exit. Chapter 5, Navigating the New Global Reality, Recommendations for Preparedness. The unfolding global landscape calls for a proactive and strategic approach. Waiting for explicit warnings from official channels might be too late. Here are crucial recommendations for American citizens, especially those considering or currently living abroad. Secure backup residency or citizenship. This is perhaps the most critical step. Having a second residency permit or, ideally, citizenship in another stable country provides an invaluable safety net. It offers a legal pathway to reside elsewhere if your current location becomes untenable, bypassing potential visa restrictions or immigration challenges during a crisis.
YouTube, what up? It's UTT, the Travel MC. Like, share, subscribe. And if you want to support me and what I got going on, please visit my Patreon to get your exclusive information that I will not and I cannot share on YouTube. Catch you later.